All right.
So let's take a look at that as we start spinning everybody, and this is done correctly. So once again, Shaft versus BANCV, round two. You're guaranteed one more game after this. Hopefully, we can get to a game four or game five. If not, it's that's it.
Oh, look,
What are we
the
looking at?
spammy boy.
What's Spammy Boy?
Do your lineup.
All right, so we've got Yamato and Kremlin for battleships for Shaft, and then we've got Des Moines, Stalingrad, Minotaur, and Venezia, and then we're finishing up our destroyers with and Salem, and our destroyers are Ragnar and Daring. Oh my God!
So BANCV's got an interesting lineup. Um, Not only does it include a Colbert for the first time we've seen one in
Mm-hmm.
ages,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio and Kremlin. There's a Wooster there. There's a Nevsky there. There's two Gearings and there's two Ragnars. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not entirely sure what their plan's going to be here. And equally, BANCV's or Shaft's actually sending the Minotaur middle um,
Sure, why
on
not?
its own.
Sure, why not?
BANCV, once again, we've seen them do this before with the gearing and the Wooster smoke. That's We saw the Wooster eat a torp in the butt one of those games.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
surprised they didn't put the Colbert with the Wooster because that would just be ridiculous.
I'm actually curious where this Colbert is going.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. He's going to the one line.
But like, why?
So you can defeat. So I think what they're thinking is they want to defeat whatever shows up at the Echo 1 island. Um, that would be my guess, at least.
Yeah, but with where he's going straight for it. Well, whatever's happening, it's happening.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Stalin, Venezia, Daring heading to the east for Shaft. And they're mirrored by just a gearing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
BANCV is much, much farther away than Shaft is on that cap.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So they'll come away with the C cap, no problem. And then it just becomes a question of what next, right? What do you do next?
Torp your teammates.
Ah, there you go. As Flow 20 takes two torpedoes from Kimi's Venezia. There's the radar.
Stalingrad radar going up. I don't think it's going to be in time. I mean, if anything, it might push
Uh,
Vile out of the cap, but with the render delay and everything, yeah, that was too late.
yep,
Um,
yep, yep, yep.
Exodus play is just not radaring in time. And sure, they'll pick up some damage on the gearing, but again, they're stuck having to pick up the cap. Um,
Correct.
so it's going to tie the daring up for a little while. He will probably pick it up anyway. Meanwhile, they actually put a Salem on the north side of that island. That island can be problematic at times.
The North, what, Salem? How, what?
So the Salem Shaft put the Salem behind the
Oh, I
island
see it. I
at
see it.
A,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that island is well, we got the Colbert opening up.
Yep.
Got
Ragnar detected.
this very coordinated push. Kremlin Ragnar. It's a double Ragnar's actually.
Mm-hmm.
The stressed possum just getting shot at from all over the place. I mean,
I
Colbert's do put out a lot of damage.
I don't know that I agree with the decision of both Ragnars to hit W as soon as they opened up and got detected. Because now they really can't. I almost kind of wish they would have just chased Stressed Possum, but they couldn't have known that a Des Moines and Kremlin were so far out behind the island that they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah. So a big detail on this western side that may or may not come back to be like the most significant part of it.
Mm-hmm.
There are no ships with torpedoes at that cap.
Oh,
None.
well.
But it looks like Shaft is elected to send their Kremlin out even wider rather than pushing in.
Hmm.
Um, Salem's finding shots over the island, I think, but again, BANCV picking up yet another cap.
Yeah,
While
they're looking
Snackman's
very
going to push
strong.
across, they don't have the same level of Shaft is just playing on the back foot this whole time. It feels like I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, and now look at this. BANCV is going to pick up B for free as well.
Yeah,
So it definitely feels like BANCV just really in the driver's seat here. Shaft has C cap, but that's it. And it feels like they just can't do much beyond that, right? Like,
yeah. It's kind of weird for a lot of these games that felt very, very close. This one doesn't. Like, I
no.
mean, this matchup so far hasn't felt nearly as competitive as some of the other games that we've been watching.
Is that in part because of the Kremlin's position here?
Yeah, I'm curious. Vert's positioning, I mean, I get it. They don't want him to get shot at by all the Ragnars, but like they're just giving the West to BANCV. Like,
Mm-hmm.
here, have this entire cap. And what that also does is it means El Snackman, because there's nothing with torpedoes there. Snackman can just drive around and kill the Salem. He can do whatever he wants. Um,
Yep.
and I mean, look at where on the map Shaft is right now. They're nowhere.
They're
I
pushed
mean,
the hell off of everything. They're on the seed line.
they picked up the C cap, sure, but even then they're leaving from the C cap because even the Stalin is just getting shot at by a single Nevsky. There's a single Nevsky and a Gearing holding all of them up because now the Woosters found shots over the island of the Stalin as well.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
like I'm wondering if like this they've it this feels a lot like Shaft has like played this strat before and
Yep.
BANCV knew about it and it's just hey look this strat will just beat it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the rotations that Shaft just hasn't been rotating the reactions. It doesn't feel like there's any real like reactions comparatively. Um, it's all reacting. It's not taking the fight somewhere. Like we got the
Right.
C cap, great. Well, what do we do now? We
Right.
sit here.
It's not like we've won the game just because we got the C cap.
No,
I
I
do
mean, minnow radar goes up. That's gonna get the Wooster in the center lit.
I do like the smoke from flow 20 to try to get Exodus out of there. The
Yeah,
problem is
they've gotten the radar out. Great. That means the Gearing could go and take the C cap too.
exactly. All right, let's take a look at this fight going on with Enley.
And he's
Detected.
detected, but
I mean, Shaft's got a Yamato, but I don't.
yeah, I'm not sure what. Onley was lit for a while there in a cruiser, and I think the only thing that shot at him was the daring.
I gotta say, I've never been very impressed with the Yamato and Kot so far.
No,
Hey! Off he goes down in the Salem. I mean, we knew that was gonna happen.
yeah,
Angel actually took him out.
well,
He
of
backed
course. I
up
mean,
too
there's nothing
far.
to prevent BANCV from just driving up the middle, right? Like we've
Yep.
seen where the torpedoes are. Shaft has just ceded control of most of the map to them, and I mean, honestly, even at this point, it's just it doesn't feel like a fair, particularly competitive lineup, and I want it to be one. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying this because I'm like, oh man, these one team's better than the other. It's just it hasn't felt like an even matchup.
No.
And there's Torps arriving at the Yamato, and he's gonna take one at least.
I mean, big whoop. So I
Yeah,
just.
I mean they've backed they're using the daring to finally go and contest the cap.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But they're losing C now.
mm-hmm. The Ragnar's still taking a bunch of damage. The Stalingrad took damage, but yeah, I mean, they pushed the Stalin. Like BANCV pushed the Stalin back, and then they're like, "Hey, let's just go take the cap." And that east side, two ships have won against three. Like,
Yep.
just the Nevsky and the Gearing have basically outplayed the ships that were against them.
Yep. Now we do see Exodus coming in, trying to get into range to do something. There's the radar. It's gonna be too late.
Yep,
Second
again.
time. Second time that that's happened. Does
So
get
now
some hits.
the thing that X is going to be have to be careful about, and I'm not sure the Kremlin actually has range. I don't think Snackman can actually shoot that far, but
No,
Snackman's poking out to get shots wherever, and I think it might even be on flow.
that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, once you give control of the entire western side of the map, you can just set a battleship there, and you can just back out and shoot at whatever he needs to shoot at. And that's yeah, like oh, completely missed.
Wow. He even had time to switch to HE.
Yeah.
But look
And
at
no,
this.
so we're gonna
Look at
see.
this.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing in that corner.
No,
I'll
I
be
don't
honest.
get it. I mean, they
Like
went back there and then they're leaving it. It's just
they encountered resistance and they decided to just go, oh no, we're turning away and leaving. And if you have a plan and you don't stick to it at all, like you're just
yep.
playing randoms at this point.
Well,
And
and then
sure,
it,
they're in positions and they're doing like you better
mm-hmm.
believe they're still trying their hardest.
Oh,
But
sure.
from the position of the way that this game appears, like it hasn't felt particularly close.
So
Um,
it kind of devolves into what you're saying is it's devolving into more random battle playstyle where players are starting to make decisions based off of their own abilities
yeah, and
and
like
their
we've
own
got a nose
ships.
in Minotaur right now, pushing towards
Mm-hmm.
a few things. Yeah, he's getting shots over the Colbert, and he's probably going to do quite a bit of damage to him. But he's going to be near the Wooster. Ohio's going to get involved,
Mm-hmm.
and again, like what is the play accomplishing here? Push forward, YOLO, radar.
Right, and catch nothing except
No,
maybe the gearing. He got the gearing now. So here comes shots on the gearing. But now he's going broadside to Angel Stone's Ohio, who just fired at him.
yeah,
So this is gonna be bad. Not
could
as
have been
bad as it
worse.
could have been. Never mind.
I mean, does he have a heal? Like he's still spotted.
It's got a
Angelstone actually,
DCP.
Angelstone,
Oh!
yeah. He took a big hit from the daring there, and then no, he
Yeah.
took a hit. He took a huge hit from the Amato, and then the daring torps actually finished him off.
So that was a good play right there. Okay, okay.
Well, it was a
Shaft.
distracting play. I mean, they got a battleship kill back. They're 300
Sure.
points down. They're two caps down. They're going to be down a Minotaur.
And a
They're
Kremlin.
going to be down a Kremlin. Like, sure, you're going to pick up Snackman as well. You've killed both battleships. Great. Like, what do you do now? I mean,
Oh, nope.
oh,
Kremlin
Bert
heals.
is dark and he has healed.
Because he's a
Still,
Kremlin.
300 points. Down two caps. They're getting hits on Villieu in his gearing over on the east, but I mean, such a giant points margin at this point.
Look at
And
Exodus.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Exodus dies. Like,
Yeah, we're gonna
just
go
get
watch
long
him.
range shot at, and they still don't have that cap. See, the Nevsky and Venezia, or no, so that's the gearing. I mean, as soon as Stalingrad
Mm-hmm.
gets relit, he's gonna get shot at by the Nevsky again. Like,
Well, he's been lit. He's still lit. He's still
yeah,
continuing to be shot at. So, I mean, he's making a final triumphant shot on Sneaky Snake, trying to get behind the island for cover. He manages to get behind the island. He's going to beach probably here. That's a smart play. Stop your motion. Try to heal up. I
see
would
more
imagine.
desperation plays happening. Des Moines actually just pushing straight in on the A cap, and again, it's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
This could have happened a long time sooner. Ragnar Blood Legend takes a bunch of damage. I mean, to Chef's credit, they are hurting. Like
Mm-hmm.
BANCV is bleeding heavily. They're actually down on hit points by a significant margin now. They have tons of
Yep.
low HP ships. They're going to be down all the caps. So this game isn't over yet, as much as it
Mm-hmm.
could have been. But it's
Mm-hmm.
so close to being over. Like one Des Moines pushing into three Ragnars, two Ragnars, a Wooster, etc. Like the Des Moines going to die, and he's going to die quickly.
He needs a smoke right now, and
Yeah,
there's none
and
available.
yeah, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have that chance. And I mean, he does catch the Colbert, but I think the Colbert's nose in.
Yes.
And the Colbert's just gonna. I mean, the Colbert's gonna come out and shoot back, like, "Hey, you can't overmatch my nose. What do you want?"
Yep.
It's like the Ragnar behind him, just kind of driving around. It's one of those like too little, too late. Stalin goes down as well as the Nevsky, and when the Des Moines goes down, that'll be game two.
Let's get there. Can we get there? We do. There's our death pick. That's a good one. But you're absolutely right. So BANCV coming up with a second game. So now it's going to be do or die for Shaft. Shaft needs to find a way back in. Can they win